Hello, my friends, family, esteemed colleagues. Well, another question came to me to address, and this is about nocturia. Nocturia right away sounded like frequent urination, probably during the night. So I just had to double check this if this is the term, because to me this is another new term, new disease invented by the Soyans. And this is what exactly this means. And the question is not frequent, but it is going to be frequent as people start waking up, as they are waking up, because obviously individual asking this question just stumble upon my article or video and is putting this question out there. Basically everybody who follows my protocol, they have nocturia and polyuria. Polyuria means making more urine than would be normal for human body to make. According to our science of medicine, we should be making between 2 and 3 liters of urine a day. If we make more than this, well, we may be having, well, we are having polyuria, and we may be having nocturia, which means experience this polyuria during the night, going to bathroom. Again, as we go to nocturia, okay, so let's check the science. Let's start with the revelation of what science and medical doctors have to say about this particular disease. Okay, so here we are on a page with experts, and they tell us that polyuria is excessive urine production, right? And it is a medical term. So maybe because it's a medical term, nobody else is allowed to mention it. We hear all this nonsense all the time. Adults usually make no more than 3 liters of urine, but it is possible that some people make up to 15 liters, so definitely this is a huge polyuria and there is a problem. Now, when do doctors of medicine usually see this occurring? Well, during the diabetes, because body is eliminating the surplus of sugar and it does it through urination. So they are well aware of body's ability to eliminate the excessive amount of sugar from the blood through urine. Polyuria symptoms, well, what could be the symptoms? Urinating frequently and urinating more urine than usually you would urinate. Now this, in this could be also problems involving inflamed what do you call it, bladder, because bladder has a sensor. If it gets filled in, the pressure increases on sensory nerve, causing the urge of urination. But this pressure can be caused also by bladder being inflamed, and increased pressure makes a sensation of urination, full bladder, but when we urinate, very small amount of urine comes out. So this is not related to polyuria. This is related simply to false signaling, that bladder is full when it's not, and the reason is inflammation. So this you should not add in as a symptom here. You see causes of polyuria. Now, they are mentioned in diabetes, but also medicinal things. If you put medicines, drinking too much fluid, okay, medications, yeah, as I mentioned, some medicines are going to cause diuretic effect. You have diuretic effect, you urinate more, and you have polyuria. Kidney disease, if kidneys are not functioning well, here it's usually the other way around. You start urinating less and less. Your body holds urine and makes it darker and more toxic, smellier. Excessive IV fluids, well, doesn't matter which way you get the liquid, the water, into your bloodstream, body will take out the excess. Diagnosing polyuria, I mean, this is all nonsense. Water deprivation test. Okay, so we will address all these things. Now, when we go down to the nocturia, okay, now let me see if I opened this page before. Okay, what is nocturia? Nocturia is when you have to get up to urinate during the night more than once. They say once is actually tolerable, but more than once, well, you have nocturia. Now, what could be reason why you have to get up and urinate more than once? Well, polyuria, okay, you create, they say create too much urine. Now, why do you create this urine? Well, we are going to address this separately. Okay, nocturnal polyuria. Why at night? Why do you urinate a lot at night? Bladder storage problems, well, the only storage problem is going to be excessive production of urine. So you have to go more frequently out. And then again, false signaling through inflammation. Mixed nocturia. Okay, this is another thing. When more than one of these problems are happening. Okay, well, they are creating now a new disease with new symptoms and new science all about frequent urination during the night. And how does urinary tract normally work? Well, how does it work? Urine is not what proponents of urine therapy think, elixir of life. When do we create urine? Well, let's discuss all this, because checking any of the medical stuff, of the science of medicine, is just pure nonsense. Yeah, drinking too much liquid, behavioral pattern, medications that you use. Yeah, we don't have to read this stuff. This is all crappy stuff. We'll just discuss it directly. Okay, so here we are. According to science, everyone who is on self-healers protocol is sick and suffers from nocturia and polyuria. Now, proponents of so-called alternative medicine, when they discuss urine therapy, they call urine elixir of life. This is the most valuable liquid that our body produces that should not be wasted, and we should be drinking it. Well, if we should not waste it, why are we designed to waste it? Why are we eliminating from our body the most beneficial liquid? because, again, this is not what we think it is. People see benefits drinking urine, and they address it, oh, well, it's a real sterile liquid. Well, it's not sterile. We know it's not sterile. We know it's full of junk that the body is eliminating. We know if we have too much sugar in the blood, we are going to urinate more, and we are going to find this glucose in the urine, which should not be there. Okay? So we should not take glucose through digestion. So if you are drinking urine that is loaded with glucose that your body is eliminating, well, you are recirculating and keep poisoning your body. And so is with any other garbage which is in the urine. But, again, as I mentioned, our biggest problem is lack of minerals. And this lack of minerals is being kind of put in a whale of lies that, well, you cannot remineralize by drinking salt because it has to be bioactivated, and then plants do it for us. So the humic acids that plants produce, well, they contain minerals, so this is actually what we should be taking, or eating plants itself, you know, neglecting the herbivores' need for salt. I've mentioned this a million times, and I'm sorry for my followers to listen to this crap over and over and over again, but this is for the newcomers that are just starting to open their eyes. So, urine is a way of cleansing the body, same as defecation is. Cleansing the body, eliminating surplus or eliminating what the body does not want or cannot use. And there are two different cleansing mechanisms. Urine is produced through kidneys, through glomerulus, and the feces and the toxic part that is eliminated through feces is the mucus, which is produced by mucosal tissue of the digestive tract, from which the body is eliminating from the blood and from the tissue what it does not want, and in a form of toxic mucus, it is settling in the gut. It could be settling in the stomach, creating nausea. It could be even settling in a mouth, creating like a feeling of excessive salivation. And sometimes, since those are toxins being released, and many times those toxins could be pharmaceuticals, and we feel like sense of medicine in the mouth, even in the breath, because mucosal tissue also covers the respiratory tract. So this is all part of elimination process. Now going back into urination itself. Why do we urinate? Well, to eliminate. What you don't want to eliminate, you should keep. And our blood is getting more and more dehydrated and thicker. So again, scientists developed another disease called polycythemia, your body is making too many cells. Well, you still have the same amount of erythrocytes, leukocytes, and thrombocytes that you should, but what happens is that you don't have enough plasma, so the volume is reduced. If you want to fill the volume, you get more cells because plasma is missing. It's as simple as that. You get condensed milk. It's not because cow is sick, because you have dehydrated the milk. But this dehydration happens inside of the body, and we are drinking The doctors will always warn you, drink liquids. Well, liquids is a beer, is a rum, is coffee. They're all toxic. So they cannot hydrate you. They do just the opposite. Body, to get rid of these toxic elements, has to use liquid, the body has, which is plasma, but it does not contain water. It's water in plasma, in electroconductive state, which we call plasma. Your urine is plasma, it's not water, so when you drink it back, you are replenishing the lost minerals, and body loves you for it. This is the biggest benefit you get by drinking urine. But you don't have to drink the toxic urine, and all urine is toxic. Your body, your cells goes into defensive mode. They start shutting down, they stop cleansing, your blood becomes cleaner because it's not receiving the toxin from the cells, and we say, wow, we are healing, our health is improving drinking urine. Well, yeah, but you are stopping your detox process. It will hit you sooner or later because you'll be forced to detoxify. So, flu is your detox process triggered by suddenly changing environment, being it in your body or outside of your body. You can trigger it by being scared or having very big problem coming up, or suddenly by changing body temperature from warm into cold. You are hot, beautiful fall day, and all of a sudden cloud comes and cold rain comes on you, and you suddenly chill, and bingo, there goes your symptoms of detox, your flu. So when we are talking about excessive production of urine, why would body produce a lot of urine, especially if it is holding on liquid? Well, maybe you are drinking too much water. If you are drinking a lot of water and not having enough minerals, body has to eliminate this water. So you are going to be urinating, but your urine is going to be very lightly salted. You cannot hold the minerals, but body is going to try to force water out and holding the minerals in. So urine will be slightly salty, more bitter. Bitterness is the toxic element in it. But on the other side, you can drink plasma, so you drink water with salt, and your body may go and urinate a lot, but may not urinate at all. Now why? What is this? You are drinking plasma, so you are providing your body with water and minerals, and the body is not urinating. Well, because it's low on plasma, the amount of minerals you are bringing with the water is more or less adequate, so there is not much filtering that needs to be done, and the body programs calculate what is more important, elimination or hydration. And if blood toxic level, not body toxic level, but blood toxic level is tolerable and the plasma level is very low, yeah, the programs may go, okay, let's hydrate, let's just hydrate. So you're drinking the plasma, you're drinking water with salt, and you're not urinating. You're hydrating. And then all of a sudden, the program may say, okay, well, I'm fairly okay with level of plasma in the blood, but the toxic level is very high, it has to go out. And all of a sudden, you start urinating. Because you are eliminating the surplus or the toxic elements from the blood. And to do so, you are using plasma, blood plasma, to eliminate. This is why people, when they are on a self-healers protocol, they are hydrating, they are drinking a lot of plasma, a lot of salt with water. This creates surplus of salt that triggers the elimination process, and as it's eliminating the surplus, it is going to be eliminating other toxic elements in the blood. So this is one way you cause polyuria, by drinking a lot of plasma and then eliminating and cleansing your body. In the same time, you can have people which are toxic but low on blood plasma. Blood is thick, and they even have constipation because there is not enough water left in the gut, in intestine, to maintain the stool soft. And as the stool gets dehydrated, it becomes harder and causes constipation. But at the same time, the dehydrated, constipated individual drinks a coffee. Caffeine and other phenols also, which are in a coffee, are very toxic to the body, and the body will go, okay, the toxicity is not very high, but the toxins that came out are very strong, has to be eliminated. This we call diuretic process. You drink coffee and bingo, you gotta run to the bathroom, you gotta urinate. You may be constipated, but you are urinating. So you may have polyuria and constipation at the same time. It all depends where the toxins are located and how the hydration, what is the level of hydration. Hydration is not only of a blood, but it could be hydration also on a cellular level, which is going to be affected. The more toxic the blood is, the more dense membrane becomes, because cells will kind of protect themselves from these toxins by crinching, by tightening the membranes. The openings are smaller, less water, plasma can go into the cell, less garbage can be taken out. The cell becomes more and more toxic. It cannot take the garbage out because it becomes dehydrated. This is the major cause of cellular dehydration that causes a variety of problems in the body. Now, this particular individual asked, well, I'm on meat diet, I eat raw meat, I eat eggs and drink orange juice, but now if he is asking about nocturia, which means he is getting up to urinate during the night more than once. Or maybe for him once, because before he never had to do it and now he has to. So what is happening? Well, when you have a toxic body, you have toxins embedded in a tissue and toxic cells and toxic blood. Now when you start eating correctly, you eat raw meat, then you are bringing minerals, because meat is well mineralized. Animals cannot survive without being properly mineralized. So you are increasing the mineral content. You drink something, in this case orange juice. Well, orange juice is not really a liquid we should be taking too much, although now when I have oranges, sometimes I have a liter of orange juice a day. Well, what happened is that you still are bringing water, and now you have minerals from the meat, so you are little by little starting to increase the level of plasma in your blood. It's very slow because you don't drink the water or orange juice in this case immediately after you ate, because we are all told don't drink water while you are eating or after you have been eating, because you will dilute the acids that are necessary for digestion. Well, at the same time, as you are bringing minerals with the meal that you take and you absorb them, well, there is not adequate level of liquid, of water, because body constantly adjusts. You drink water, the body immediately starts eliminating the surplus that it cannot adjust to level of minerals for perfect electroconductivity. So you eliminate it. This is quick process. When you go in a seawater, if you are submerged in a seawater, well, within 20 minutes you have to urinate. And then every 10 minutes and every 5 minutes, the longer you are submerged. Why? Because the calibration is almost instant. You will not be allowed to increase mineral level of the water to make blood saltier than what is a tolerable level. Everything else is going to be pushed out. This is why you have the urge to urinate when you are in a seawater, more so than when you are in a freshwater, because the surplus of salt that you are getting, your body will eliminate through kidneys. Your urine will become very salty, but you will produce more urine when you are in a seawater than when you are in a freshwater. So, but in a freshwater you have another event. You are taking in too much water with not enough minerals, and you will have to start eliminating the surplus. So if you are soaking in a swimming pool, yeah, you also have to go to urinate. But if you taste your urine, it's not salty. It's very light on salt. It's slightly bitter, and that's it. Or tasteless altogether. In a seawater, if you are soaking in a seawater, your urine is extremely salty, because you are eliminating the surplus of salt. So if you are in a swimming pool, you are eliminating surplus of water, body trying to hold the minerals. And if you are in a seawater, you are going to be eliminating all these minerals that come in through absorbing the seawater. It's a surplus, more than your body needs. So people, when they start going on a carnivore diet, they slowly start hydrating. They don't drink water right away, or juice, orange juice, right after they had their meal. They drink it later or earlier. Calibration is already done. So there is not strong benefit of it. This is why in a self-healers protocol, you take salt and water simultaneously. So body instantly receives plasma and just eliminates the surplus. You hydrate your body, your blood, very rapidly, almost as if you would have the intravenous saline solution drip. It's the same thing. This is why we don't have to torture people by giving them the drip. They can just drink the salty water, unless they have such a bad digestive issue that they cannot really do it, so they have to be on IV drip. We have made science out of nothing. All natural things which are happening, we classify them as problematic. Why polyuria at night? Especially with this gentleman that asked about, I assume this gentleman, that asked this question, that, oh, he is urinating at night, which before he didn't. No, this is disease, this is, something that is classified as a nocturia, medical term. Well, it's not a disease, and it's completely normal occurrence, because during the night the body is going to cleanse faster and stronger than during the day. And if problem is energetic and there is not enough plasma supply, that during the day it will not do the cleansing, but at night what creates this necessity to urinate is because more toxins are being released. So you don't have any excessive amounts of liquid in your circulation, but your body is eliminating more toxins during the night when we are sleeping, because more energy is available than during the day. And cleansing is energy demanding process. So at night, more energy is available because you are not creating thoughts, and you detoxify, you cleanse more than during the day. And since urine is created for a purpose of detox or elimination of the excess, you will be producing more urine during the night. And you have to get up once, twice, 3 times, depending on how much toxicity you are releasing and availability of the plasma. So it may happen that you wake up at night and your mouth is dry, but you have to urinate. You feel very dehydrated, but you have to urinate because your body is eliminating toxins. And now if you go back to sleep, you cannot fall to sleep because you are dry, and very often pain occurs in this moment, because pain is another signal of your body requesting plasma. So it's much better. When people say, well, I don't want to drink now. It happened to me now. When I was in this painful cleanse, and it was very painful getting off the bed, getting to the bathroom. My spine was hurting like crazy, my nerves. And I said, okay, I'm not going to drink, because now when I lay down, I'm going to fall to sleep. I sleep a little longer. Well, I couldn't fall to sleep. Pain was getting out of hand, so I had to get up again and go and drink not 1 glass, but 1 liter of plasma, because 1 glass didn't do it. After drinking, well, my glass is more than ½ liter. And I drank this full of plasma, and pain is still there. And I said, well, I'm going to have to get up within an hour. I'm going to make enough urine. I have to get up. So if I drink more, I will not only have urine, but I will have also diarrhea. So I'll cleanse faster. I will not have to get up more frequently. You know, it's within 45 minutes, within an hour, you have to get up because you'll be full of urine. But at the same time, if you drink more plasma, you also will retain some of the liquid. You will cleanse through your mucosal tissue, so toxic mucus will come into your colon, closing down the cell for absorption. So you will not be reabsorbing this toxin, and you will be taking it out, and it is a diarrhea. So I drank 1 liter, just even a little bit more, almost 1½ liter of plasma. Went back to bed. My pain was way less when I did that. I managed to fall to sleep, but bingo, 45 minutes later I was up. I had to go to urinate. And then, of course, at the same time I had diarrhea. And after I finished with this, still in pain, I went and I drank another liter of plasma. And whole night I was flushing, and in the morning I felt much better, because this is how you flush. You create urine because your body is eliminating something. Body is not wasting the elixir of life. This is a nonsense. Guys, wake up. Same as a water retention. Oh, too much salt, water retention. Well, who suffers the most of water retention? Are elderly people. Who suffers the most from nocturia? Elderly people. Why? Because they are extremely polluted. And this is when they can eliminate more toxins. So we just have to open eyes and stop listening to science. Doctors are misled. We are misled in medical school. Everything what body does to help itself to heal, we call disease. Every symptom, being it nausea, being it diarrhea, being it nocturia, polyuria, we call those diseases. And this is nothing more than body eliminating toxic elements so it can be healthy. And we have all these medicinal remedies, doesn't matter if they are natural or if they are pharmaceutical, to suppress this. We call it curing. No, it's a poisoning. We are poisoning the body. We are preventing it from healing itself. This is what medicine is all about. It's not medicine. It's medicine. We are all mad scientists, full of science. We don't understand deadly squat unless we wake up. Doctors, please, open your eyes. So, again, here we are with non-existing disease, calling nocturia, which is just description of natural process of body eliminating toxins. And if you get up in a bathroom more than, not even once a day, once a night, if you have to wake up in the night and go to the bathroom, well, you should not really be doing this. You should have beautiful night of sleep. If you have to get up, it means your body is toxic and it's eliminating toxins. If you have to get up twice or three times, you are more toxic, you are eliminating more toxins. Because otherwise, you would not get up at night. Children never have to, well, never. At the beginning, they have to be trained to hold urine till the morning. But once when they are trained, then child doesn't have to get up at night. It goes to the bathroom before they go to bed and goes into the bathroom when they wake up in the morning. They are relatively clean. Not anymore. Today is because they are all protected 70 times or more. They are so protected from diseases that they have to urinate all the time. They get obese, they get diabetes, they get all kinds of chronic problems because they're so well protected. It's ridiculous. And it had to become ridiculous for people to wake up. And although some people are waking up to the truth, many people are not. And more indoctrinated, we are the more likely we are going to wake up. Because simply indoctrination is in our way. We believe what we have been told over what we see. And no matter what I explain, it goes from one ear to the other and out. I can explain even nurse, medical nurse. I can explain certain things and nurse will get it. I had a couple. Husband was a doctor, wife was a nurse. Doctor biggest problem was high blood pressure, and nurse had menstrual problems. She got it, she did the protocol correctly, and she was fine. The husband never got it, because how can he drink plasma when he is hypertensive? The salt increases hypertension. And no matter what I explain, he nods the head, and when it goes, okay, so how much plasma do you drink? I just put a little bit of salt, because I'm hypertensive. Okay, well, nothing penetrates. Indoctrinated mind is hard as a rock. Okay, my friends, so this is what we have to know about nocturia. In the case you didn't know about this term, now you know. You are becoming more and more indoctrinated into science of medicine. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And see you next time. Just if anything comes to your mind that you want me to discuss, let me know. Love you all. God bless us all. Namaste.